Welcome to Flint Hill Farm Education Center, and we're going to be walking to the garden and showing you the garden in the fall. In Pennsylvania, fall season is the time of harvest, and that's when we harvest our root vegetables, our corn, our hay, our wheat, and our soybeans. And we also harvest squash, winter squash, and the rest of our beans. So what I'd like to do is walk you through and think about what is in spring. We harvest strawberries and blueberries, and in the summer we will harvest peaches and tomatoes and other yummy vegetables, and in the fall then we will harvest our pumpkins and our squash and our corn for the animals, and also corn for eating, and then our gourds and our apples. So we're talking about spring, summer, fall, and then winter is when it is time to just for the world to rest, because the trees lose their leaves, and then the soil rests until spring. In the garden we have planted pollinator gardens, and in the pollinator gardens are specific flowers that are colorful, like marigolds and nasturtiums and black-eyed Susans and lots of different color zinnias, because they attract the butterflies and the bees and the small bugs that will move the pollen and pollinate the flowers for the upcoming making of the seeds. Pollinators also then will fly over to the apple trees and pear trees and peach trees that we have here to allow that pollination, and also pollinate the tomatoes and the other vegetables. So by attracting the pollinators, it also is a great benefit to the other vegetables. We do not use any chemicals or pesticides or herbicides here, because that will affect our pollinators and kill them. So we choose not to, so that it is safe for all the pollinators. The peppers are habaneros. They're great for salsa. And then we also had some long green chili peppers, green and red chili peppers as well. And then we have both the climbing beans that are in the greenhouse. The greenhouse has almost like Jack and the Beanstalk beans. They climb all the way to the top of the ceiling of the greenhouse, because beans are a wonderful source of protein, and they're also one of the main sources of food for many, many cultures. We have a bed of potatoes, and what we did in the spring is we planted the eyes. Now those are little white bumps that are on your potato that you might even find when you cook your potatoes at home. And if you cut out those little growths that are on the potato, they're white at the time, and you cut off different sections and put it into the ground, those will eventually grow into a long green vine up top, and then underneath will grow long root base that will have what's called tubers, or your potatoes. So we have these wonderful potatoes that we grew from cutting one potato up into many, many parts.